My name is Dan Boerst. I live in Wapaka County near Manawa. Our farm name is Dairylicious Farms. We run about 500 acres in the town of Little Wolf, which is just west of Manawa. I'm in the Upper Fox Wolf watershed. I attended Rick Clark's workshop, and he brought up this thing about the Balansa clover and winter peas. So I thought, and he lives in Indiana, so is it going to work up here? So I planted 100 acres of this to see what's going to happen to this, because I'm basically trying to grow my own nitrogen. With the prices of urea right now, can't afford to put on urea. So basically I grow winter rye for grain. So I combined my winter rye last August. So then when I got combined and I got the straw off, then I ended up applying 10,000 gallons of liquid manure on top. Then I come back in probably a week later after the manure kind of dried up, and I planted 5 pounds of Balansa clover. And then I just let that go. And there was a lot of controversy on planting these Wyoming winter peas, which I got through Green Cover Seed. And basically, some people told me to plant them early, and then Rick Clark, we contacted him and he said plant them late, just before freeze up. So I didn't plant the winter peas until probably the end of October, beginning of November. It was pretty cold, and I planted them with a corn planter at 60 pounds to the acre, and I plant them as deep as the planter would go, at least 3 inches deep. Now, they are coming up now, but this is an unusual spring. It's a pretty open winter. I mean, we didn't have much snow. The soil temperatures have really not gotten above 40 degrees here until probably this first week in May. Now they are getting soil temperatures that are getting up into the 50s. So that's the point we want to prove, or that we want, is that we want to keep the growing point in the ground until the risk of frost is passed, because if the growing point comes out of the ground, basically it's going to kill the winter pea. Got an 82, 83 day corn that we plan on planting. And I was hoping not to plant this until probably the end of May, beginning of June, because it's just so late right now. I'm hoping that this is going to supply all my nitrogen source. I mean, what I'm planning on doing is no-tilling corn into the winter peas, and then I plan on a week or so later going out and crimp rolling it. And I'm hoping that that'll supply enough nitrogen with the Balansa clover and the peas, and hopefully there'll be enough biomass there that I'm hoping I don't have to spray. There's a lot of ifs. I mean, I'm more on profitability than I am on bushels. If I can make $1, I don't need 200 bushel corn. If I get 130, 140 bushel corn and have no inputs, I'm money ahead. I know corn is high this year, price-wise, so. I mean, what we're hoping on doing is measuring the biomass, because Rick Clark, according to him, that last week when them peas get up really tall, I mean, there was a big jump in nitrogen that this biomass produced. So we're hoping to do testing until we get to that point. And I don't know, I mean, a lot of people think I'm kind of goofy planting corn probably first week in June, but I'm trying to prove something here, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. I failed on other things, so. Well, I've heard some people that planted them peas in October or even in September, and then peas got a lot of growth on top, and it seems like them peas that basically died through the winter. So that's one thing I think we learned, because the peas are coming up right now and look pretty good. Planting them late, even if they don't germ, at least they're in the ground, and planting them deep, that's what they said. So you're not planting them until October, beginning of November, up here. Austrian winter peas seems to be the one that everybody was planting, and Austrian winter peas just doesn't, there's a lot of failure on that one. This is a Wyoming winter pea that basically is bred in Wyoming, so they're kind of high on this winter pea. So, and so far it looks good. Now it's just, if we can get enough growth on this thing, it's what we're hoping for. So the reason we're planting Balansa clover into August is we're trying to get massive root growth before freeze up. Rick Clark's thing is trying to get 3 trifolia before freeze up. So that's why we're planting the Balansa clover in August and the winter peas later. Balansa clover, I had hit and miss on this. I've been planting it, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem to want to grow up here. We'll see how this crop turns out. But I mean, that's that Balansa gets really viney. I mean, it'll hug the ground, and produces a lot of biomass and it produces a lot of nitrogen. So that's kind of why we went with the Balansa. Maybe we'll have to turn into a different legume. I don't know, a red clover or something, if this don't work.